next speaker is Angela Morgan, my friend. She is a retired educator with experience ranging from museum, archaeological, and environmental education to teaching in a public high school classroom and to serving as a union representative for 8 school systems and a university. Since retiring, she has worked as a substitute teacher, a stringer reporter, and a volunteer feeding those in need in her community. Angela was raised by a military family and was taught the golden rule as a lifestyle rather than a motto. She is the Democratic candidate for the Alabama State Board of Education in District 6. And let's give a warm welcome to Angela Morgan. Is it okay if I take this off? Can I try? Remember, retired school teacher here. So standing behind a podium is not where I like to be. I'm a hands-on person, always have been, and that's how I intend to be if I'm elected to the school board. And I'm going to start with an ask. And if you have my card, it's right here, that's all I have. I am a self-funded campaign, and I have a little card, and if you notice on the back, it's empty. But that's because I need your participation. I need y'all to put down about 5 names of people who are not here today that you're going to be able to contact and say, hey, I listened to this teacher and she had something to say that might actually help our state and our students in our state. So when you put those 5 names down, you're going to send a picture of my card and hopefully encourage them to visit my website. Now on my website, I've added a new section. It's called Hot Topics. And I'm going to add a new video every week or so about things that are happening in education. The first one I put up there was about book banning. I don't think it's going to take much to convince y'all that I'm absolutely against book banning of any kind. I do have some other things on that website that help you understand where I am as a candidate. For me, this is about bringing back trust. It's something that's been broken in public education. And I'm going to take some blame. I'm going to take some blame. As an educator, we could have done better on some things. And that's not an easy thing for an educator to say because, trust me, I was in the trenches. I had work piled on me and piled on me and piled on me. Most years I taught, I had 5 preps. That means 5 different lessons. And I taught about 160 to 180 kids every single year. So that's a lot, right? I get it. But there's some things we can do better. I don't know how many of y'all have children that are in Alabama public schools right now. Can y'all raise your hand if you do? See, look at participation, that's what I want to see. All right. There's not many, but if you have kids or grandkids in Alabama public schools and you want to find out about their curriculum, what they're learning, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of criticism out there and they're telling parents that they're being taught. Some people are telling parents that their students are being taught things they are not. Have y'all ever heard they're teaching woke in the school? It's not. It's not. But this is where I'm going to take some blame. There's on the Alabama State Board of Education website, the Alabama curriculum. You can look it up. It's not organized well. It doesn't give you all the things that a person in 2nd grade is going to learn. You've got to kind of go jumping around to find exactly what your student's going to learn. So we can fix that. But it's written on a college level. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't read recreationally things that are above my head. Mechanic could hand me a manual and say, hey, you can fix your own car, just read this manual right here. I won't know 90% of the words in that book. I have a master's degree, but that's not my specialty. It's above me. So why have we written curriculum on a college level and then told parents who work as bankers or something else, this is what your kids study, and expected them to understand it? It's an easy fix that on the school board, I Make it a priority to fix so that every single person knows exactly, in layman's terms, what their children happen to be studying. That's something we can do. Easy. Second thing I think that needs to happen, it shouldn't be controversial because it's just a matter of time management. Now granted, we all need more time in a day. And I'm not proposing changing from 24 hours to 25. That's not logical. But what I am proposing is every single child, K through 6, have an opportunity at unstructured recess, even if it's only 15 minutes. Do you know that in Georgia it's a law that they get 30 minutes of recess? I'm not talking PE. I'm talking actual recess where you can unplug. Let your brain kind of absorb what you learned. As employees, as adults, do we get breaks? Do you know that a lot of schools don't even give lunch breaks to where kids have time to talk to their peers? Sometimes they have to wait 10, 15 minutes and focus on eating before they're even allowed to speak to their peers. And it's not because the teacher's mean. It's the teacher has a time schedule she has been told or he has been told you have to keep to. Is that really fair to our kids? Then we talk about obesity. I know the pot's calling the kettle black. I get it. But as a child, that 10 to 15 minutes to just run, to jump on that swing set, to go play whatever, kickball with your friends, just to reset your brain. Shouldn't every Alabama child have that? But in most Alabama public schools, it stops after the 2nd grade. Many don't even have it past the 1st. Keystone Elementary School in Jacksonville, Alabama. It was the only school in 3 counties that I worked with that had recess, kindergarten all the way through 6th. The only elementary school. It's that rare now. It's worth fighting for because that helps with that mental health issue that we keep talking about with our kids. They're so stressed out. Well, if we're trying to teach them like they're robots, of course they're going to be. They're human beings like we are. So we've got to have a little compassion and use a little bit of common sense as adults and fight for the things we know that are right for them. So as educators, we can do better. Particularly on that state school board, we can advocate that everybody adjust their schedules to include some recess time. Unstructured recess. Last thing that I am pushing for, like I said, there's 3 things. This is the last one I'm pushing for. Trust has been broken. And I'm going to set the scenario, one of the ways it's getting broken. And there's multiple ways to address it and try to solve it. But nobody seems to want to do it. And I'm really not understanding why. It could just be people are afraid to talk. Little Johnny is getting bullied. Sam is bullying him. He goes to Miss Johnson, his teacher. Miss Johnson then says, well, let's call some parents. Nothing gets done. Sam keeps bullying Johnny. The teacher then goes to the principal and says, we got to do this for Johnny because Johnny's getting bullied and it's affecting his learning. He's not able to focus because he's afraid Sam's going to say something under his breath, threaten him on the bus or what have you. Principal says, okay, I got you, Miss Johnson. Nothing's done. Not a single thing. Have y'all heard this story before? Because it happens all the time. Now you've broken the trust with Johnny, but you broke the trust with Miss Johnson. Who's going to cover your back? Now, is this every administrator out there? No. I've had some good administrators. I've worked with some good administrators. I've also worked with some that fit that exact mold. There's lots of reasons why it's not happening, but it's something that we've got to fix. So let's say the administrator does take Sam and says, okay, Sam, we're going to spend some time outside of the classroom because you're disturbing Johnny, but I also heard you're getting after Susie and after Nancy and after all these other kids too, disturbing the learning environment. So we're going to put you in in-school suspension. Right? Have y'all heard of that? Sounds like we're going to fix that problem. So Sam goes to class. He's now in school suspension, and there's a mean teacher in there. Miss Truitt, oh my goodness, she has got the face of the devil. She will not let you speak at all. You are going to do your lessons exactly what that teacher sends you. And in the 45 minutes that you do those lessons, you're going to do them right. And the next 6 hours of the day, you're going to sit there and copy out the dictionary, because I'm not going to have anybody in my class sitting here not having something to do. Have y'all heard this story too? Now, Sam gets to go back to Miss Johnson's class where he'd been disruptive before. What did he learn? Did he have any corrective behavior while he was in ISS or ISD or whatever it's called? No. Why? Now, you mentioned before that we have some chaplains and things that are now being allowed to come into our schools. Let's put them to work. After we vet them and make sure that they're not going to cause harm. Why are they not going into the ISS and working with those kids that need the reinforcement the most to help improve their lives and the learning environment for everybody else? Why are we doing this? There's so many easy ways to start fixing problems. Will it solve everything overnight? No. But why hasn't the school board been talking about this stuff? They record all of the meetings, all of them. You can go online and watch them, and they will put you to sleep so fast. It's amazing how good they are. But where's the substance? Where's the ability to actually affect the change our children deserve, our teachers deserve, those great administrators deserve, our state deserves? Instead, we're getting bill after bill after bill that takes money away from our public schools. And it makes it hard for us to stand up and say what wonderful schools we do have and what wonderful children we do have. If we're going to fight for our kids, we've got to start talking to them. We've got to start talking about the problems, and we've got to be offering honest solutions. At least get that conversation out there. And that's what I want to do as a representative from District 6. On the Alabama State School Board. So my name is Angela Morgan. You have homework, right? 5 names on the back of my card. You're going to take a picture and you're going to text it right onto those 5 names and encourage them to go to my website and talk about what you learned today about me. And if you have questions, I think we're going to have some of those before long. Is that right? All right. Thank you guys very much.